Joining me for this special conversation, captain of Bengaluru FC and one of my very close friends, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. 60,000 Mohun Bagan fans are waiting Gurpreet and his team tomorrow. Firstly, many congratulations on the season. Another final for you. Set it up for me.
Thank you so much for having me. But as you know, Sunil Bhai is the captain of the club and always will be. But again, it's so nice to be here. Another final, another big occasion, and as players, as a club, you can't ask for more. Trying to reach these later stages of competitions is what any team, any players thinks of, and we are very thankful for this season, and hopefully we go out there and give our best tomorrow.
आपने सुनील भाई के बारे में बात किया. What explains this? कैसे कर रहा है? I mean, हम लोग महेंद्र सिंह धोनी 40 प्लस इतना बात कर रहे हैं कि he's not at his best. सुनील छेत्री is becoming at his best. वो जो आपका हेडर था, the energy, the passion, the stamina. What explains Sunil Chhetri?
I think his desire to win since he was maybe a little kid has been always been there, and that is something which he still has, and I think with the mixture of sports science, with the mixture of good food, sleep and everything, he's turned himself into this beast as we know it. So I'm not surprised. I've spent 15 years with him, fortunately, and I can see why he does it. और ये ऐसे लेवल पे क्यों करते हैं रोज is no surprise to me, and he will continue, I'm sure.
उनका impact on the team, क्योंकि एक अगर ऐसे प्लेयर ड्रेसिंग रूम में होते हैं बड़ा मैच के पहले, उनका इम्पैक्ट ऑन द टीम.
मेरे ख्याल से जो विनिंग डिज़ायर, जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बताया, द डिज़ायर ऑफ डूइंग वेल इवन आफ्टर अचीविंग सो मच, मतलब उन्होंने सब कुछ ऑलमोस्ट इंडियन फुटबॉल में अचीव कर लिया है, फिर भी उनकी जो डिज़ायर है खेलने की, जीतने की, वो सब पे लागू होती है. Everyone gets a little gist of it. It rubs off on everyone. तो सब लोग उस तरीके से इम्पैक्ट होते हैं कि यार ये बंदा जिसने इतना सारा कुछ अचीव कर लिया, 95 goals for the country, almost like I don't know 600-700 games in his career, फिर भी वो बंदा he is coming to training every day, pushing himself. तो I think it's more about showing in his actions than speaking with words. That is the kind of impact Sunil Bhai has.
कल 60,000 people आपके खिलाफ होंगे, सारे ग्रीन एंड मरून.
उसमें थोड़े 250, 250, 500 लोग अपने भी होंगे.
500 लोग,
मतलब 55,500 लोग.
चलो 59,500 दे देते हैं, 500 लोग दे देते हैं. वेस्ट ब्लॉक ब्लूज कुछ ना कुछ तो होंगे आपका. बट इसका कोई इम्पैक्ट होता है कि वन ऑफ फाइनल में इतना क्राउड सपोर्ट, मोहन बागान होम एडवांटेज, ऐसे कुछ होता है?
होता होगा सर. आई मीन फॉर मी इट्स द फर्स्ट टाइम टू फेस अ क्लब हु इज प्लेइंग एट होम, एंड वो फाइनल भी उनके होम में. तो एज अ प्लेयर मेरे लिए भी इट्स अ फर्स्ट टाइम चैलेंज, बट फ्रॉम माय एक्सपीरियंस अगर स्टेडियम फुल है तो उसमें खेलने में ज़्यादा मज़ा आता है. The challenge when it's bigger, players tend to step up and perform and enjoy those moments. So मेरे लिए personally, it's a great thing that the stadium is going to be full and people are going to be loud because it keeps you in the game. आप गेम के अंदर ही हो.
एक क्रिकेट का एग्जांपल देता हूँ. वर्ल्ड कप 2023 के पहले ऑस्ट्रेलिया वर्सेस इंडिया, नरेंद्र मोदी स्टेडियम, पैट कमिंस से ये सवाल पूछा गया था. 120,000 Indians, and he said उनको चुप कराने में बहुत मजा आएगा.
Of course, I mean it shows his mentality as a player.
आप भी 59,500 को कल साइलेंस कराने का कोशिश तो करोगे?
कोशिश तो ज़रूर करेंगे सर. I mean there is no doubt about it. As a team हम लोग हमेशा जब भी ग्राउंड पे उतरेंगे तो हमेशा जीतने के लिए उतरते हैं, चाहे if it's here or in Goa or in Bengaluru, wherever it is. So, I mean, tomorrow is not going to be any different.
Bengaluru FC का सक्सेस का ये कंसिस्टेंसी का रादर स्टोरी क्या है? I mean, because you have been one of the most consistent and successful teams in Indian football.
I think a lot of things. मतलब बहुत सारी चीज़ें एक सेटअप, एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को सक्सेसफुल बनाती है. एंड फर्स्ट इट कम्स टू द प्लेयर्स, then you have your coaching staff and everything, but then the most important part other than the football setup is the setup which runs the club. मतलब कौन रन कर रहा है, कैसे रन कर रहा है, जो बंदा बॉल में हवा भर रहा है वो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट है, जो किट देता है वो भी सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट है, जो सैलरी देता है वो भी सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट है. सो आई थिंक ओवरऑल सेटअप इज़ वेयर BFC has done really well in having people who are very competent and are very professional. And वो सबके ऊपर मतलब एक तरह से रब ऑफ हो जाता है जब आप BFC में आते हो और आप देखते हो कि यार सब कुछ प्रॉपर है एकदम, everything is run well. And then as a player you have no worries that you can think of other than football. That makes our job easier as a team, and we just try to go out there and do justice to all of the people, all of the fans who are amazing, and try to play football.
So the 500, something for the 500 who are coming, passionate fans, in your stadium again. Kantirawa always full, always backing you in bad times also. 100%. In bad times, because मैं पार्थ जिंदल का ट्वीट्स पढ़ता रहता हूँ, उनका पैशन दोस्त है मेरा, and I obviously openly say it, actual infectious passion है. खराब टाइम, अच्छा टाइम, continuous backing है.
Yeah, I mean that's the good thing about having him there, because he's not like partial. मतलब he won't go into hiding and stuff like that even when there is good or bad happening. That's why people like him are so important. When bad things are happening, you take onus, you take responsibility, and also tell others that we didn't do well here. And when it's something good is happening as well, then you encouraging people in the club and people around you. So it's good to have that from him, and it's just in the mantra, trying to play this game as beautifully as we can, and contribute to Indian football in some way.
You mentioned Indian football. You've been around. I mean, when you said Sunil, and you were very, very humble and gracious about it. But you too have been around at the helm of Indian football for a long time. आपके लिए भी कोई ये जो कल का final या ये जो ISL final against Mohun Bagan, against a side that any extra motivation, these matches is when Gurpreet wants to push himself?
I think in terms of extra motivation, I don't need to find much in me because the occasion itself, the opponent itself, the venue itself, and the atmosphere itself makes you want to play it. हम लोग, not only me, but there are players in the club who are experienced, and we cannot wait to step on the pitch, listen to that whistle blow and have a go at it. So as a player, like I said, these are the games that you crave to play, because it's very, very hard to play in empty stadiums and no one showing up, and when it's a dead rubber game, it's very difficult to play those games. But these are the kind of games where players want to be.
Most experts saying Mohun Bagan favorites. Does it matter, or underdog? Is it okay?
If we win, I don't care about what people say before the game or whatever after the game. So experts can say whatever they like. That's their job. Our job is to go out there and play football and try to win. And if we win, experts can say what they like. We can say what we like on the pitch.
Pressure ahead of a big final. How do you kind of deal with that? What's the 24 hours to go? Captain, senior pro, leader in the team. What is the mantra in the dressing room that Gurpreet will pass
on? Like I always do, try to keep the mood light. Obviously, pressure is good. I mean, if there is no pressure, that means there is no stakes in the game. So I think having pressure is also good. Having that butterfly feeling in your stomach is also good. Keeps you concentrated. So my message is, and my simple funda is to make sure we go out, we reach this point without any niggles, injuries and everything, and have a good sleep, good food, and be in the best mood possible before the kickoff.
I was listening to the two coaches, and what I genuinely liked was the mutual respect. Molina said Bengaluru is a very good side. Your coach said the same about Mohun Bagan. Same question for you. a word on Mohun Bagan? They've been one of the most consistent team in
100%,
India.
100%. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Everyone knows how well they played this season, and to do it, I mean, to have so many wins, almost I think unbeaten at home, is a big achievement. And even in games where they found it difficult against opponents, they found these goals out of nothing, and that shows the shows the champion mentality, and that's why they were winning the shield and got the shield as well. So obviously a great season that they've done, and all of that kind of finished when the league stage finished, and now it's a different ball game, and it's knockout stages, final and stuff like that. So it's a bit different, but a lot of respect for what they achieved as a team. They set a bar for all the other teams to match and to overbar in the coming seasons. Obviously, with more teams, more games, it's going to become more challenging.
Two final questions. One, Gurpreet, when I see Mohun Bagan, and I was interviewing Shubhashish, who's a friend of yours, आप लोग एक साथ इंडिया के लिए खेलते हो, and Shubhashish was saying to me कि बोरिया दा AFC standard में भी अच्छा करना कि club level में तो इंडिया में कर लिया, but that is the next step. आपको भी क्या लगता है that is the next step, whether it's for your club, whether it's for Mohun Bagan, that is where Indian football can kind of really move on, and how important is doing well at the AFC level?
No, I agree with Subhashish that us as a country, if we have clubs who are getting the opportunity to play AFC competitions, it's so important to do well there, because it helps us gain some recognition, more respect and more attraction towards Indian football, and it creates that level of respect ki we are doing well as a country. And now Mohun Bagan will play the Champions League tournament and stuff like that, and us as a country, me as a player, professional, I want them to go out there and win as many games as possible, score as many goals as possible, because in the end it just helps us as a country and as a community.
Final one. I asked Shubhashish this, in the semi-final, in Jamshedpur there was a bit of a crowd violence issue. Mohun Bagan fans got injured, and I was speaking to Jamie and Dimi and these fellows on the eve of the semi-final, and they were saying, we want to do it for our fans, which is fine. On the day of the second semi-final, my colleague Rahul, who was covering the match, and there's a small clip which I'll send you, of this guy wearing this white cloth. And when the piece came to me, I was shocked. And Rahul asked him, what happened? He said, my dad died this morning. So Rahul said, and? He said, my father was a Mohun Bagan supporter. उनका ये ख्वाहिश या इच्छा था कि मोहन बागान फाइनल खेले. मैं उनका आत्मा के लिए आज मैं ये मैच देखने के लिए आया हूँ, मोहन बागान जीतने के लिए. यार मेरे लिए ना फुटबॉल इनके लिए है, इन फैंस के लिए है. ये मोहन बागान फैन का एग्जांपल मैंने आपको दिया, बेंगलुरु का भी ऐसे ही फैंस होंगे. फैंस के लिए कुछ बताओ, हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट आर दे?
I mean, that's a very heart-touching and very unfortunate incident that happened for that person. But that's you can call it the beauty of the game, beauty of football, that it connects people in so many ways that you can't imagine. Some people watch it as an avenue out to get away from day-to-day stress and things like that. And as players, sometimes you don't remember it, but it's so good to have such stories come in front and show the importance of the things that we do on the pitch, and for the people that we do for. And we should never take it for granted, and go out there and put a good show for all these fans, be it Mohun Bagan or Bengaluru, both of them, spend their hard-earned money to come watch a game of football. And us as players, we should just do justice to them and give our best.
I'll end there. I mean, let me say this. As your friend, I want you to do well. As a journalist, let the best team win. As a Mohun Bagan fan, obviously my support will be for them, but for Indian football, and that's my primary identity. For the sake of Indian football, I want a great final. I want the sport to thrive. The sport is competing with IPL the same evening. I want people to come and watch. It will be a statement. At the Salt Lake Stadium, 60,000 plus people, same time as an IPL game, watching an Indian football final with more noise, more crowd, more loud cheers for both teams. That will be a statement to the world. And that's what I want. All the very best to you.
Thank you
Keep
so much,
going.
sir.
All the very best.
Thank you so much.